today's collectible spot, we are having a look at the Funko Shonen Jump, the world's most popular manga figure, vinyl figure blind boxes. That's really a mouthful. Essentially what this is the best of anime series 2 from the folks over at Funko. On the top they've indicated Shonen Jump, the world's most popular manga. We're going to look at an entire case. Yes, indeed we are. We're going to look at an entire case of 12 of these new Funko vinyl figure mystery minis. Spot found these at my local comic book store, decided to get myself a whole case, and we're going to, again, go through all 12 of these. So get yourself a sandwich, egg salad, something that's not going to, well, I guess egg salad would spoil. Hopefully you're just going to be eating this and not leave your sandwich to the side while watching this. Grab a sandwich, grab a drink, grab something. Sit and we can watch, and while you'll watch, I'll do. And that's how fun, that's how we have fun here on this channel. Now, I'm going to level with you guys. I don't watch manga enough to know all these characters, so we're just going to have to kind of go with it. I might need you guys to help me out with some of these. Some would say, well, Spot, why are you even reviewing these? I review these to show you guys what's out there in local comic book stores. You're welcome. The front of the box, we've got Shonen Jump, the world's most popular manga vinyl figures. Some characters on the side there as well. And on the back, all characters are either from, I guess, Death Note, Dragon Ball Z, or One Piece. There's also some from Naruto and Bleach. I think that says Bleach. So again, we're going to open these up. I don't know the names of all of these, ladies and gentlemen. So again, be easy on me. Go easy, go easy. But you can collect all of them. Now, you'll notice also that there's 12 of them. Spot, there's 12 in the case. Yes. That's math, guys. There's 12, 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom. That's 12. There's 12 characters on the back. There's a good chance. Collect them all. 1 in 12 chance of each. That we may get an entire set. An entire set. Billy's fallen off his chair onto the floor. He's rolled. I don't know why he would have rolled on a flat surface, but he's rolled away. Thrown off his seat by the fact that we're going to have a look at all of these and we may get an entire set. Okay, so let's start, well, actually on the underside, www.funko.com. There, we've done it. Let's open these up, find out which ones we got. You sit, you enjoy, I work. That's how it works on this YouTube channel. All right, so let's take the wrapper off. By the way, I've got Hank joining us for this. We're going to cut the wrapper on the first, then the next, until we have all 12 finished. Let's open up the first box. Some of these I do know, some of these I don't, so we're gonna see how well I do here. Fingers crossed, everybody, fingers crossed. That one's really got a lot of glue on it. A lot of glue. All right, so the first one that we have, just a little side note, Funko. Not that you're watching this, but Funko, for the love of all that's mighty and holy and magical, please put the names of the characters underneath. Obviously, we need English, because English is right there, collect all 12. So if you can put that on, and you can put the pictures of the characters, why can't you put the names underneath? Just saying. Kid Robot does that. I don't know why Funko can't. So let's look at the first one. And the first one is from Bleach. Is this Ichigo? Ichigo? Possibly. I think it's Ichigo. Maybe Ichigo is the little animal here. It's either Ichigo or Kon. Maybe this is Kon. And maybe this is Ichigo. I'm not quite sure. But he does have head articulation. A little bit of head articulation. Looks like he's got himself a big sword. It's sword! I know, it's sword. Sword. Nice coloring. I like this spiky hair that they've given him as well. He comes across almost a little bit smaller of a vinyl figure than some of the others that we've had a look at in the past. By contrast, let's say Walking Dead. Walking Dead seems like they're a little bit bigger. So these guys are just a hair smaller. So it's either Ichigo or Kon. Maybe it's Kon. We'll put him right there. Kon! Let's look at box number 2. Box number 2. Take the wrapper off. Put that just to the side. By the side, I mean the floor. It's going to the floor. I'm not going to kid you guys. floor it goes. This one feels small. Very, very small. Let's see what it is. Maybe it's the other one from Bleach. It is the other one from Bleach. Just not sure the name. Again, it could be, maybe it's Ichigo. Somebody will say, well, Spot, you should know. I don't watch Bleach. Actually, in fact, I watched a couple of Dragon Ball episodes. Somebody tells me Death Note is something I should be checking out as well. And I might have watched one Naruto, but when you're an adult, you don't have a lot of time for doing stuff. You got to pay taxes and you got to be responsible. You got to go to work. Oh, I look forward to doing that. Getting up every morning to go to work. Driving in my automobile off to work. Just stay at home would be so much fun. Anyways, he does have head articulation. He looks like he is a lion. Meow, lion. I like he's got a little button on his tummy, though. By a contrast, though, he is a little bit smaller than the other one that we had to look at, both from Bleach. I like this guy. I like him. This one, by the way, does not stand at all. Does this one stand? Yes. Thumbs up. Star for you, character I don't quite know the name of. Box number 3. Again, you can find these at your local comic book store. Let's see if we can answer some other questions here. There's 12 in a case. We've already answered that. How much are these? Well, these range from about $9.99 to $12.99. So you can do some simple math there. Let's even say 100. Let's say $10 a figure, and then there is 12 figures plus your tax. There's your answer as to how much this would cost. So cases are a little bit more expensive, but if you can get all 12 going on there, like if you get a whole set, for example, of 12, like if there's only 12 characters and there's a 1 in 12 chance, at least you're getting all the characters, including some of the rare ones as well. This is from Death Note. That I know. Is it L from Death Note? No idea. Maybe it's not Ryuk. Is it L? It's not Light. At least I don't think it's Light. I love the look of him, though. Actually, I've gotten I don't know which video I did of it, but it was like it was a statue. Oh, I think it was Death Note blind box figures that I had to look at where I got this guy. Very, very cool, though. I love the design of him. And I think there's a Death Note movie, if I'm not mistaken, in the works. He's got an apple in his hand. Very stellar looking paint. He looks like a very sinister looking Joker. Quite like that. He is so far the favorite of mine in this set. And he stands. Star for you as well. That's me. I don't know what I was doing right there. That sounded as if I had a good idea in mind that was going to be me sticking a star to him, but it didn't come across that way. It just looked like I was licking my thumb and right on his face. Let's have a look at box number 4. If you're just tuning in right now, how? But if you're just tuning in now, Spot's having a look at the Shonen Jump World's Most Popular Manga, but it is technically the Best of Anime Series 2 from Funko. Looking forward to getting some of these Dragon Ball characters as well. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I think of all the anime figures I'm looking at on the back, the one I've gotten most mileage out of actually watching, and I had a friend that used to love watching Dragon Ball Z, was Dragon Ball Z. I'd go over to his house, maybe watch a couple of episodes here and there. Nothing significant, mind you, but just enough that I kind of got a feel for it. Wasn't a bad cartoon. I would watch more of it. Just time. Just never enough time. Everything is all about time. Time. Now this... Light? Perhaps? No, Spot, it's not that! Okay, well, it's not that. Maybe Ryuk? Does he have posability in his head? He looks very gothy. I can't tell you that. He's got his thumb up, too. He's like, hey, it's okay, man. If you don't know the name of me, that's okay. I'm all right with it. I just appreciate that you take the time out of your day to pick up these, to buy these for your viewers, to open these on camera, and to post it on YouTube. I just appreciate that. Well, thank you very much, character I do not know your name of. We're getting down to the first row of characters from the Best of Anime Series 2. Funny enough, they actually don't say anywhere on here Best of Anime Series 2. But the case, if you were to look at the cardboard box that these come in, it says Best of Anime Series 2. In case you were wondering why I kept saying Best of Anime Series 2, even when I said it just now, it's because I was looking at the case. That's what the case says. Alright, so we are coming down to the wire. The electrical wire. And this one here is from, I believe, from Naruto. And this could be Sasuke from Naruto. Pronunciation aside, yes, perhaps I've not pronounced that correctly. Head articulation again. I like how he's got his sword, like he's about to draw it out, pull it out from his sheath to do some BA stuff, some real BA. Spell, what's BA? You'll know. BA. So BA. All right, let's. I don't know where we're going here, but I can tell you, I know what we're leaving. We're leaving behind the first row. The first row of blind box figures from the folks over at Funko. These are now currently available, at your local comic book stores. Unless your comic book store doesn't have them in yet. That's a good possibility as well. But if they're not in, and you want them in, just go up to the guy eating the meatball sandwich at the counter. Say, excuse me, sorry to interrupt you and your meatball sandwich, but I was wondering, could you order in the Shonen Jump World's most popular manga? And he would say, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he would say, well, Spot says it's the Best of Anime Series 2. Oh, right over here, sir. And then he'll escort you to the back, to which one little crack of light is shining down. And oh, the light is shining onto this case. And he'll say, how many do you want? And you'll say, oh, just one. I'll just have one, thanks. Just one. Again, another character from Death Note. Maybe this is Light? Where the other one was Ryuk? R-Y, I think it's R-Y-U-K, Ryuk? I think this might be Light. I don't really know. It's pretty obvious by now, I don't really know, but he does have head articulation. There we go. He's got a book. He's got a pen. Looks like he's about to jot some notes. Maybe his journal. Maybe his diary. Maybe he's about to say, Dear Diary, this guy reviewing us doesn't know the names of us because apparently he works for a living and he just doesn't have time to watch anime. Well, that's actually true, character. I don't know who you are. I have so very little time over the span of a day. Do you want to hear what my day consists of? Everybody, all 7 of you that are watching, for everybody that says, Spot, you should get time, watch these things. Well, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time. I'm unfortunately really old. I feel like I'm 85 years old. I get up in the morning at 5 in the morning, guys. 5 in the morning. I get cats fed, say my regards, I drive to work. Get to work, I work sometimes 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, come home, I edit, watch a few sprinklings of TV, then I go to bed, I repeat cycle, and then on the weekends I record, so I just don't have a lot of time to do stuff. Some would say, well, Spot, why don't you just retire? Retire, give all this up, and just review for a living. Ha 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 ha! Don't make that kind of money. Anyways, on the back of the package, indicating that this is from Dragon Ball. As you can also see, too, they do these by rows. Rows. And then, well, that's not 100% correct, because Bleach is kind of like this. I think One Piece is like this. Okay, wait, it's not 100% correct. It's rows, and then it's like that. All right, so I believe this is Piccolo. That, I think I'm almost more certain of, Piccolo. It's Piccolo! Okay, it's Piccolo. I think it's Piccolo. His head does rotate, as you've already seen with all the other figures. Full head articulation. No arm articulation, but he's crossing his arms. Disappointed by the fact that Spot can't retire. Afraid it doesn't work that way, my friends. Afraid it doesn't work that way. There's Piccolo. Put him right there. And we'll pull out the next box. I think, personally, just if you were to ask my opinion of things, I think some would say, well, you're doing YouTube, Spot. Why don't you just do this for a living? Yeah, but you know what? You never know when YouTube will just dry up and pop like a bubble. And then let's say I haven't been working for like the last 5-10 years. And then what would I have on a resume? I review toys. Congratulations. I think you got to be rooted somewhere. You got to have some rootage. Getting off topic of anime here, but you got to have some rootage in real world. I think the problem is sometimes if you don't stay rooted in the real world, you don't really have a full grasp of responsibility. The fact that you have to answer to a boss and you wake up 5 in the afternoon because you slept in. I think it's good to have responsibility. I might be the only person saying that, but I think it's important. What are we talking about here? We have gone way off course of talking about the anime series too, but I believe this is Vegeta. Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. I like this one a lot. I like the spiky hair on him. He's got his little visor going on there as well. Head rotates all the way around. We've seen there, we've been there, we've done that spot. You've already demonstrated that it head rotates all the way around. Well, I'm rotating it again so that you guys can see. See? It rotates. There's the other one that we had a look at from Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo, meet Vegeta. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. Here's the two of them right there. And let's finish this row. Let's finish this row, then we'll start this row, and then we're done. Then we can just call it a day, and Mom's been screaming at you this whole time to come downstairs and have your meatloaf. You can say, Mom, I'm almost done. Spot's almost finished. We're going to be coming downstairs having meatloaf. Who's we? Well, you and Rex, the dog. You sneak meatloaf underneath the table. The dog eats it. Mom always says, you're not feeding the dog again, are you? No, Mom, I'm not. All right, so let's open up the next box. So yes, if anybody was wondering about Spot's real life, I do work for a living. I review and stuff on the side. So I'm all about responsibility. I know exactly what it's like answering to the man and working for and going to see a boss and having a desk, an office, if you will. The frustrations of being an adult, but I think important as well. I think it's very, very important to still have responsibilities and do all that sort of stuff. It sucks. It does. It sucks from time to time. Anybody watching this video that is of my age, or really anybody that has responsibilities where you got to go to a job, you know what it's like. It sucks. But you know what? You got to do it. You got to pay those bills. You got to make ends meet. Can't just be living off of internet money. One of these days, it's just gonna just make a big weird turd sound. Where are we going here? One Piece. I believe this is, yes, this is one of the characters from One Piece. Perhaps this is Chopper. And his little comrade Luffy. Could be the other way around. Chopper and Luffy. Head articulation. It looks like his arms want to swivel. I can tell you though, they sadly do not swivel, just head swivel. I like that he's got a little hat. The hat is also not removable. I'm basically covering any questions that you might have in this video. Spot, does his hat remove? No, it doesn't. Spot, do you work for a living? Yes, I do. I guess those are really the only two questions that have really popped up so far. Let's have a look at the next box here. This one feels different. Hello? It does feel a little bit different. I don't know if it's just maybe the size of the character is a little bit smaller. But let's have a look here. Let's have a look. What other questions? This just seems like a review filled with questions and answers. What another question somebody has asked? Somebody has asked, Spot, why don't you start a Patreon? Hey, there's a good question to ask. Why don't you start a Patreon? Well, I truthfully feel, in my own honest heart of hearts, I feel like I should not be quitting a job that I'm capable of working at, coming home and doing the reviewing on the side. I feel like it's unfair for me to quit my job to simply just sit at home and have you guys pay me. That's not my thing. I enjoy that you guys watch my videos. Certainly, I appreciate that. I appreciate that you guys watch all my videos and comment down below and correct me if I don't know a certain character. But I really don't feel like I should start a Patreon because to me, if I was working for a living and I'm reviewing on the side and I said, hey guys, you know, if you want to see more of this sort of stuff, that's fine. You know, if you want to help any which way that you can, you know, it allows me to pick up more stuff and stuff like that to review. That's perfectly fine. I'm fine for that. But I don't feel like I should quit an adult job of driving to work and dealing with the man and a company and a business and responsibilities. I don't think I should just simply say, well, I've decided to quit my job so I can stay at home because I don't want to work anymore and you guys can pay me. I don't think that's fair. Because at the end of the day, you know, you guys choose to watch these videos and I certainly appreciate that. I don't think it's fair of me then to start asking you guys for money. I think that's another question that Spot's gotten. Where again are we going? We're kind of all over the place. This is basically the review. This is Spot. We're just kind of hovering around questions. Next question would probably be, who is this? I think this is Naruto. It may not be. If it isn't, please let me know down below. I like that his little hand gestures. It's like he's making the letter T. He's also got a bandana going on there. His colorings is very muted, not very bright. More of a muted orange. I like the eyes that they painted on him. The flesh tone almost comes across a little on the dirty side. Unfortunately, it doesn't come across really light, but not bad, not bad. We are now down to 2 last boxes. Let's see which ones we have not received yet. We have received all the ones on the bottom. We have received all the ones in the middle. I say received like some stork just flew to my window, knocked at the window with its wing. I opened up the window, and he gave me these. He just says, here, that's for you. You can talk, stork? Of course I can. If I can deliver babies, pretty sure I can talk as well. The only ones we have not received are these ones, these 2 guys right here. This one here is, just trying to go from memory, I think this is Goku. Yeah, I think that's Goku. What am I talking about? And the other one here, I think, is Luffy. I think it's Luffy, or it's Chopper. I feel like it's... Anyways, let's open it up. See what we got for the last 2 boxes. One of these days, Spot will also do a question and answer segment, so if you guys do have more questions you'd like to ask me, but hopefully I've answered some questions in this video. Really off the cuff. I really wasn't even expecting to mention and talk about anything, but I thought, you know what, while we're opening up stuff, why not? You guys can listen in. Learn more about the guy that's behind the camera with just a big pair of hairy-armed hands. And the next one that we have is Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Just loving the hair. Just that hair sticking out from the sides. He's going to go perfectly, of course, with Vegeta and Piccolo. We could get into the topic, of course, of Super Saiyan versus, like, you know, who would win? Super Saiyan, like Goku and Superman. Those are just completely 2 different elements. You're incorporating anime, which at any given point, somebody could be 1,000,000 times stronger than anybody else. So I don't think that's a fair comparison. Now, if you were to say Superman versus the Hulk, I would say Superman. That's just me. Somebody would say, well, Hulk gets progressively stronger. Yeah, but Superman could throw the Hulk into space. And what good would the Hulk be once he's in space? Obviously, oxygen would be an issue. Getting back to Earth could also be an issue. So I'm going to say Superman. He did fight Doomsday after all. The last one that we have a look at here is this guy right here. He's waving at me because he doesn't really know. He knows I know. I don't really know who this is. He looks like he's part of the Cucumber Club. What's the Cucumber Club? What is the Cucumber Club? That's Canadian Underground Club of United Moose and Beaver for enthusiastic reporters. Spot, what are you talking about? TVO. It was a show back in the 80s here in Canada. The Cucumber Club. I think I wrote to the Cucumber Club once. I never got any response back. I think, though, this is this might be Chopper, actually. name-wise, I'm just kind of tossing around names in my head. I think maybe it's Chopper, I don't know. But he is small. He's actually as small as the other little character that we had right here. See that? There's the two of them right there, side by side. This one's a little bit thicker, of course. This one's a lot thinner. Pretty cool little collectibles, though. My favorites, let's just do a quick recap of my favorites. My favorites might be this guy right here, which I think is L, possibly. And my other favorite is Goku. Those are my two favorites. Let me know down below, certainly, if you guys have been helping me along with the names of these characters. I really appreciate that as well. But also let me know down below, what's your favorite character from this set? Again, if you guys are interested in picking these up for yourself, you can be finding them at your local comic book store. Just go up to the desk, the guy with the meatball sandwich. Meatball sandwich. He'll direct you to the room. Maybe don't go back to a back room with a weird looking creepy comic book guy. But at any rate, if you can't find these, ask your local comic book stores. They might probably have these in stock currently. Today's collectible Spot was answering questions. Spot was trying to figure out names for characters from anime shows. Spot was also having a look at the Shonen Jump World's Most Popular Manga from Funko's Anime Best of Anime Series 2. We're looking at an entire case. Bazinga! Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more videos. He really is. More videos heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.